Hey, thanks for joining us for another segment of Canadian Bacon. Today, we're dealing with and chatting about Canadian tech stocks for August the 20th, 2023. Right on your chart, we'll get right into it because my friends only give me 11 minutes and 44 seconds to bring this. So on your screen, I'm very fortunate with this new screener that I've implemented on my software here. I have large cap income cash and going strong, as you can see on the left side of your screen here. Right away, though, you'll see the flags that we have. I have actually 6 flags, and these are stocks that I actively trade on the Canadian market. Once again, what you're seeing on your screen are all Canadian stocks. So some of the selections that I've made, and once again, I'm not a stock advisor, just jot some of these down, maybe put them on your list, check them out, watch them closely. Some of these can really work out very well for some people. Apple's one of them, right? At $26 a share, right? Canadian. That's as of tomorrow's date, August the 21st. In the morning at 9:30 when that starts to trade. Microsoft is a nice one. MSFT, Google, NVIDIA, Meta. I don't have Pfizer, but that may be one worth checking out at $17.36 in Canadian. Salesforce.com. Look at you, got your Netflix, AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. We're getting into depth on the Shopify, so that's one of the stocks I highlight next week on the Canadian markets. Shopify. Whew. Like I mentioned, this one can punch you right in the face. Or it could be a fishing trip or a trip for two somewhere. So it can cut both ways. Watch yourself. And at the bottom of the list for the week ending the 17th, 18th of August was PayPal. Canadian hedged edition. I don't really trade that one at $4.52 Canadian. Let's just. Oh, sorry about that. Let's just go to the large cap so you can see. Unfortunately, it defaults to the U.S. market, so I'm just going to click over real quick to the Canadian markets. Show you large cap, something you should keep your eyes out. Boom, zoom, look at right to the moon. Sizzling stocks, crispy maple flavor bacon stock, even though it's maple apple flavor at $26 a share. So that's coming up the large cap, and I'm going to show you some correlation also with the cash. You got the highest cash, companies with the most cash on hand. So keep your eyes on your fries with this one because you'll see some correlation with some of these top heavy hitters, right? MMA type of guys, right? Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, NVIDIA, Berkshire Hathaway. That's an interesting one. You may want to jot that down. I'm going to look into that one and discuss that one next week. Meta, Tesla, Visa. I've mentioned all these, and these are all worth jotting down for the Canadian market. You can buy these Canadian once again. So we're going to piggyback, right? A little back bacon, a little piggyback. We're going to piggyback on the American stocks through the Canadian Stock Exchange. Boom, zoom, to the moon. Volume's not the same as, we have 33 million people here in Canada and 330 million in USA. So, we're not going to change anything buying and selling stocks up in Canada, but we can definitely take advantage of the way the market goes in the United States of America and piggyback on these without paying the 40 cents, 34 cents to 40 cents on the dollar exchange, which keeps your liquidity up high and strong. JP Morgan, Walmart, MasterCard, and Procter & Gamble. Home Depot's on there too with a Chevron. So these are some of your large cap. Now I'm going to move over to the highest cash. I find this one interesting, and I have to defaults back to the United States. Get the Canadian in there. And you see some of the heavy hitters in the Canadian in the balance sheet, right? Berkshire Hathaway, Alphabet, right? Doing nicely. Microsoft, you can see that these are in Canadian dollars. Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, Meta. Once again, these are companies with the most cash on hand, and you want to keep your eyes with these guys, right? Pfizer, Cisco, Tesla, Visa, Brookfield. Drops down to a ton of Brookfield stuff down here. So that's what we have. And going strong, I was doing the tech. Let's get to the going strong in the Canadian market. And going strong in the Canadian market is my top heavy hitters, right? So maybe jot these down: Microsoft, Tesla, Netflix, Walt Disney. You can buy the Walt Disney Canadian hedged at $10.18 Canadian. Boom, zoom. Disney's going all over the place. You got the writer's strike, so keep your eyes open for DIS. PayPal, Eagle Mines, and Eagle Mines. Keep your eyes on that one, and that's what I see for that. So our time is limited. Boom, zoom to the moon, they tell me, my friends. You got to get off, make it quick, get the heck out of Dodge. Let's move to the Canadian stock market and the earnings calendar. Next week, we're look at some of the big boys in here. Royal Bank of Canada coming up on August the 24th, 2023. And then you got your TD Bank coming up on the 24th. Also, Foreign Mining, Tiny Limited, don't know about them. You got G Mining, and that's what we're looking at for the near future. Reserve Mining and Canadian North Resources. So they have their earnings reports coming up. So keep your eyes on your fries. As I mentioned before, you had the RBC, Royal Bank, TD, and foreign trading. So that's what we're looking there. So next week, remember, we're going to focus on Shopify. And I showed you some of the Canadian tech stocks at the beginning of the show, some of the heavy hitters. You can piggyback off the American techs. So we're just discussing different markets. It just so happens today is the tech. Tech's really kind of funny. I'm going to show you that right now on our charts, right? On your left side, you have to use different charts, not just stick yourself to the TSX. I got the QQQ here. This was Friday on the 18th, and the NASDAQ. That's what we're looking at. And on the NASDAQ, and then we also had the TSX, and that's on the 18th. So the markets I'm just going to hands off, and once again, like I did last week with the instability in the markets, is take my foot off the gas, not hit the brakes, just look for opportunity. As I piggyback these days a lot on the tech stocks. So that's what we're looking at. Do I have any other news today? And I don't have any other news, but we're going to keep your eyes on your tech stocks, and it's a brief show today. So thank you very much for joining us today, Canadian Bacon, Canadian Tech Stocks edition on August the 20th, 2023. Happy trading this week, and we look forward to seeing you again and talking to you again. Bye for now.